Hey, what's up, you guys? So, I am so excited for today's episode because we are reviewing George T. Stagg Hazmat Edition. So, this is actually George T. Stagg from the year 2012. I know. Can you believe it? This is a ridiculous 142.8% alcohol George T. Stagg. So, talk about a beast. Stagg has a reputation as being the strongest, boldest release in the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection lineup. And apparently in 2012, they weren't kidding. The most shocking thing to me is the retail price on this was $69.99. So, not that you could actually get it for that price. I mean, that was way before I was into whiskey. Actually, that's before I was even legally able to drink. So, there's that. But I do want to say a huge shout out to Peter White. I've mentioned him on the channel before. He actually gave me a sample of this to review. I'd like to visit with a clear head and a clear mind and try it again for you guys. So I know I didn't put very much in the glass. I'm trying to savor it a bit. But that color is really nice. It's really dark, really rich. You'd be able to see more if I put a little more in the glass. But yeah, it's very dense and dark, which you'd expect with the George T. Stagg that is 142.8 proof. So on the nose, it's really interesting. First of all, there's a lot of ethanol. I mean, this is coming from a sample bottle, so it's not like it hasn't opened up. This is definitely opened up. But the thing is that behind that ethanol, there's some really bright fruit notes. Way more than I would expect. I mean, on the more recent George T. Stagg and Stagg Jr. releases, I get a lot of dark cherry notes. This one is almost that, but it's almost a little more apple peel, I would say. I mean, I don't know if that's like the perfect explanation of it, but it's really tough to get into, so I'm gonna have to taste it. So I want to do this without any water, uncut, unfiltered, just pure George T. Stagg. So cheers. There's the proof. Ooh, but I will say, once you get past the initial shock of a high proof whiskey, this one lingers, and not in like a burning sensation kind of way. It lingers on the tip of the tongue, on the sides of the tongue, on the back of the tongue. Not really in the esophagus. I thought it'd be burning a lot more in this general area. I mean, there's definitely a Kentucky hug there, but it's not like it burns going down. It's more like it burns like once it hits your chest. Wow. I see why people seek out these hazmat releases, especially George T. Stagg. I know the one that I hear about the most is the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof from a few years ago. That was like 141, but this is 142.8. We are in that like definitely hand sanitizer worthy territory. I'm still getting that like apple peel notice. It's not like a candied apple or anything. It's not that kind of sweetness. It's more of like the skin of an apple. I know that's really weird. I'm not even like qualified to make notes like that, but it does have some leathery, dark older tobacco notes. I would say it's not really like a caramel. Like normally I combine like the tobacco and caramel. It's kind of like the same thing. I'm not getting that caramel sweetness. I'm just getting that really, yeah, I'm getting a lot of tobacco now on the finish. There's definitely a lot of like aged tobacco leaves. Really good. I'm going to pour a little bit more and add some water. I do have like some water droplets here. So I put 8 drops of water just because I would normally put 10, but I just had so little bit in the glass. I didn't want to over dilute it. I definitely want that flavor to be there. But I'm very curious to see how it is after I proof it down a little bit. Wow, I'm getting so much more on the nose. It's the same. It's not like a different note. It's just more intense. There's way more caramel, like a candy note. Now that I've done that a bit, still not that cherry that I get. I mean, there's like a hint of cherry in the background. But I'm curious how it affects the taste. That's weird because that's a lot more familiar. Wow. So I think it's what I'm learning today is the higher the proof, the more the notes change. It's not like it's just amplified. I'm still getting tobacco on the finish, but the green apple leathery note that I got with it, like just uncut, was way more intense. Now, those cherry notes are really popping out of the glass. Still tastes delicious, and I'm going to drink every last little bit of it. So, overall thoughts. I mean, I honestly don't even know why I would say if I recommend it or not. Obviously, if you see a bottle of 2012 George T. Stagg at a decent price, I recommend it. For $70 MSRP, are you kidding me? Yes, buy every bottle if you ever saw it for that price back then. Of course, hindsight is 2020 as they say, which is currently 2020. So either way, if you get a chance to try this for a decent price, and I think honestly, anything under $300 would be a decent price. You probably won't be able to find it for that, I'm just being honest. But you gotta try it at least once in your life. Just live a little, splurge a little. So that's my thoughts on that. grab you a bottle if it's on the shelf, but I don't think it is. So, all right, thank you guys for watching. If you're new here, I do live streams every Thursday. I occasionally do a video like this, but I usually do live streams. So I would love if you could subscribe and hit the bell button down there so you get a notification when I go live. Love to hang out with you and drink some bourbon with you. So until next time, I'm here to help you drink good whiskey. You already know what I'm going to say. George C. Stagg, good whiskey, no matter what year you get. It's just fantastic whiskey. So cheers. I'll see you guys later. Bye.